Appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. To return, here's Chris Conley. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the offense for the 3-0 Kansas City Chiefs. Alex Smith last week to get them to 3-0, threw for 155 yards, 2 touchdowns. Didn't throw an incomplete pass, though, until the second half. That was kind of a headliner for him.
I said a couple of weeks ago that I don't think there's any more confident quarterback in the NFL right now than Alex Smith, and I stand by that statement. For where he's come from, the battles he's had to become that starting quarterback that got respect around the league, you watch him throw the football now. Every time he throws it, he thinks it's going to be complete. He is really being efficient for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Now the rookie from Toledo, this is Kareem Hunt, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right at the line of scrimmage. And now the Chiefs' offensive starters.
They ranked 20th overall in total offense in 2016, but when I look at Kansas City's offense, I see much better than that. Wide receivers who are fast and skillful downfield, running backs who make people miss and can get the ball into the end zone, a tight end who's a game breaker down the middle. I think this team is way better than the numbers suggest.
They'll run again with Hunt. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Defensive starting lineup now for Houston. When we get back to the safeties, you'll see Corey Moore, and he almost had a spectacular interception to seal a victory in New England, but wasn't meant to be.
That would have been a really tough catch, right? Almost a circus catch, but it tells you that if you're going to play New England and hope to beat them, you have to make plays like that. You have to take every opportunity because they always find a way to keep themselves in games and most of the time win them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right at the line of scrimmage.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Texans, Will Fuller. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans take possession. Fresh off a pretty impressive performance in Foxborough, albeit in a loss, Deshaun Watson brings out Houston. And I know we hate the term moral victories, but boy, Watson, what he did there was pretty good.
What's that stat that you gave me prior to that game about rookie quarterbacks going to Foxborough to play against Bill Belichick?
0-8, now 0-9.
And he darn near got it done. And that was a big selling point for Deshaun Watson coming out of college. His poise, his presence, his calm, and the ability to play well in big games, and he did that against New England. Tom Brady had to use his Tom Brady magic on the last drive for New England to win that game.
Come on, let's go!
This is Lamar Miller. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Let's go. 1, 9, 5.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
When you think of the Texans, you think this is a team that likes to throw the football. In 2016, though, they weren't very good at it. 29th overall in passing, but they were 8th in rushing. So let's see if they lean on the running game to start this contest, and they're hoping to get more consistency throwing the ball downfield.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here now, Shane Leckler, 41-year-old punter to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Smith with a give to Hunt. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Every time you throw an incompletion, you think, boy, that's a wasted opportunity, don't you?
Yeah, because last year they were number 2 against the pass was this Houston defense.
And J.J. Watt is back for all of 2017. They'll be that much stronger.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. And even 60 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And Lamar Miller caps it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And out of a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. On first down, it's Smith. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Third and long, it's Smith. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good move at the 30. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Tamahali. And the return will stop right around the 25.
coverage that time was unbelievable the whole way around. I mean, you've got a quarterback just standing back there in the pocket. He had all night to survey the field, and he still couldn't find anybody. And when he finally did throw it, he threw it to the other team.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Smith. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Going right. Let's go. Brad 38.
Here's Watson, option left. Now a stoppage here for an injury. And, oh, boy, that looks to be the quarterback, Watson. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Pretty move. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Smith going to leave it to Hunt on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
One way to get recognition, partner, and make some big plays. Bernard McKinney was the only player in the NFL last year with at least 100 tackles and 5 or more sacks. It's a big, long linebacker in the middle, but boy, does he have the ability to bend and make plays.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now Smith setting up the screen for West. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 1st and 10, Smith looking middle, and it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. That'll bring up second down.
Well, we got to make a big pivot because we got a second. We said we wanted to get this in to talk about Kareem Hunt and what he has done, Charles. From off the radar to almost 9 yards per carry. He's been sensational.
Maybe he should change his uniform number from 27 to 1 for all the firsts that he's putting up here as rookie year. All right, first rookie since Matt Forte at the Bears in 2003 to go over the century mark in all-purpose yards in his first 3 games each game. 183 yards from scrimmage, including a touchdown in his last ball game against the Chargers. And he's the first rookie with a 50-plus yard touchdown in each of his first 3 games. What a start for Kareem Hunt.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Smith. And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake? DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On second down, here's Smith. And his throw is incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Smith. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. They begin with a run by Miller. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Again, it's Miller. Still fighting for more. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both teams have had their moments so far today, and that's why we have a tight game on our hands. We'll have to see if either side can take control in the second half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10. The deep ball is on target here, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 18-yard line. Texans later on the drive. Miller's going to cruise off the right side, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Now 1st and 10, under pressure here, and the ball is picked off. Ali's reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. Offense on the field now after the INT. The long ball will find its mark here, and this play will go for 6 as that evens the score at 7-7. 1st and 10, Hopkins is wide open here on the catch. He gone as he sprints to the end zone. Texans up by a touchdown. So that's it for us. We'll go back now to Houston for the start of the second half.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. Quick move by Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Quick move by Miller. Lamar Miller, the 30, 10, 5, and all the way down to the 5. A big-time play there for the Texans. 52 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go. Green, 30.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And now he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And going deep for Hill. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Chiefs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Smith. Wilson's got it complete. He's going to go, Albert Wilson. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Albert Wilson, 68 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Able to spin free. And we focus on Lamar Miller as he heads back out there and gets set to go again on offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
A play fake to Miller. Now Savage.
And this one is incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, and that'll bring up second down.
Hey, partner, let me take you league-wide for a second. Surprised right now that we only have 2 3-0 teams remaining, Atlanta and Kansas City?
After last week's games, yes, because a number of them came in with great momentum, and you thought that that would continue. I thought Tampa Bay would win at Minnesota and continue to be undefeated. You know, I thought that Oakland had a great chance to be undefeated after playing at Washington. But this league, parity is the word, and each and every week you better be ready to play. But with Atlanta and Kansas City, I thought Atlanta, they shook off the demons of that Super Bowl slump right there in the first game against Chicago when they won a close one, and they've elevated since then. In Kansas City, they continue to be red hot. The last couple of seasons, they've been hard to beat.
Here we go now.
Throwing on third down, it's Savage. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he's on to punt for Houston. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Dances by him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Smith on the option left, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Smith going to give this one to Hunt. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Over the middle here to Wilson. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A toss play to Hunt. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Back to throw, Smith. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at the home of Super Bowl 51, NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The Kansas City first. Smith finding his fellow Pro Bowler Kelsey. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Smith on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So now a 1st and 20. Smith operating from the gun. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Wilson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And a completion to Wilson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To throw on 2nd down, Smith. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Typical Alex Smith drive right there. Short, accurate passes, like a point guard in basketball distributing to his scorers.
Just taking what the defense is giving him. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And here comes the Texans now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Watson on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now Hunt. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
3 yards remaining here on second down. They run again with Hunt, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
He may not look the part of an inside linebacker because he's so tall and lengthy. Zach Cunningham can fend off blocks, and he can flat-out run and make plays.
He was so good at Vanderbilt. Led the SEC with 125 tackles last year. Wound up a first-team All-American. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Smith. And some room to work. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. Here's Smith on the option left. And a short gain here down to the 22. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Second down following the run. They run with Hunt. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run. This is Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Now it's Hunt. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And the kick by Butker is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Let's go.
He's back to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Back to throw. Dumps it complete to Miller. That burst good for 20 and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. spike it here at 27 seconds. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And now down to 14 as he spikes it to stop the clock. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken at his 4. Spins past it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. This is Hunt. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. A little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A first down carry now for Miller. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
First throw in OT for Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Now Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive.
Let's go. What?
They go play action here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go. What?
Throwing again is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. What? None. What? None. Hot. Coming.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Take four. Come on, let's go. What? None.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
On second down, here's Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up.
Let's go. What? None.
A shotgun snap for Watson. The catch made by Miller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Let's go. Brand 38.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
Miller. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
Here's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have regained the lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. First throw here in overtime for Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Caught. Kelsey, left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. But seeing Alex Smith here in overtime, can't help but think back to last year, opening Sunday of the season against the Chargers. He led the Chiefs back from 3 scores down to force OT, and then he won it on a touchdown run.
So he has plenty of history in doing this, and right now rising to the moment again. Another overtime situation. It won't be too big for Alex Smith. I think he actually embraces this time of a game.
1st and 10. Smith. Conley's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Smith on the option left. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more.